Hello. So I'm making this video to sort of like document my findings, if you want to call them that, of developing in VR. So I'm a pretty experienced programmer, not just game dev, but also just generic software developer. And recently, on sort of a whim, I purchased a Valve Index. It was the VR device recommended to me by a couple of my friends who already had it. And yeah, so I purchased it on May the 2nd, and then it arrived on the 7th of May. And yeah, so I've been developing for it for like a couple of days. And as somebody who hasn't used VR at all before this, I will say it's incredibly fun. It's much more fun than it may seem. Just seeing your friends and their hands and just messing around with objects that aren't actually there. It's more fun than it looks. So if you can afford it, I would recommend it. Yeah. So yeah, over the course of like 6 or 7 days of development, I managed to make this sort of little example SteamVR plugin or asset that Unity offers, and turn it into a multiplayer game using Photon. Now, I use the term game a little bit loosely. It's more of a little multiplayer experiment. Yeah, this is also my first time. This was also my first project working with the Photon. I previously only have any experience using Mirror. So these are both two different Unity libraries. And yeah, I will say it was very doable. So quite difficult, but doable. It's a completely different type of game than say the strategy things that I'm developing, or that that I would usually be interested in. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's very immersive VR, which you'd hope it would be, because you have something strapped to your face. And yeah, it's pretty good. Like I'd rate it quite highly. It's if you have the disposable income, it's worth it. The setup for like the Valve Index isn't much at all. You just require space, and then you're ready to go. And with regards to developing VR in Unity, there's a lot of different libraries and resources available to sort of get yourself started. And whilst I made use of some of them, I wanted specifically the finger tracking that, like the sort of really nice finger tracking that the Valve Index can do. So I stuck with the SteamVR assets. So yeah, here you can see my buddy who is sitting on a chair, which is why he's so short, like helping me test my VR game, and or well, game. My little VR experiment. And yeah, so syncing the hands was a real the hands have like 31 individual like bones in them, so syncing those hands was a bit of a pain, but all surprisingly doable. I'm very pleased with how nicely the animations are synced up, or rather the actual positions of the joints are synced up. And yeah, I was surprised at how easy to use Photon is. Now, Photon is one of those sort of like free but not entirely free sort of like libraries that I tend to shy away from, but I can't really argue with the quick turnaround of going from having no experience developing for VR, no experience using Photon, to making a multiplayer VR game in about 6 days. So I can't really complain about that. So yeah, I just wanted to put this video out there, like as either like an inspiration for other people, or just to like show that I am working on some stuff. So this shouldn't slow down my usual stuff that much, hopefully. But the more stuff that I can develop, the more the more overall my knowledge of programming grows. So I'd encourage people to try it out. And yeah, so I'm planning on making a couple of VR multiplayer games once I have more of the tech worked out. I don't want to give any like schedule or timetable to that sort of stuff. But yeah, I figured I'd just show you what I've done. And yeah, that's about it. Have a good day. And now I'll leave you with some more footage. There's going to be no music, no outro, no like, comment, and subscribe, just some footage.